Pozdrav svima I dobrodošli na još jedan video na kanalu Harikejn, which means greetings to all and welcome to another video on channel Harikejn. Today in this video I'll be doing the assembly of model kit such as Bristol blenheim Mk1F in scale such as 1/72 from Cooperativa. Before I start opening the box, let me just say a few things. As you can see, I have covered the markings here, and you can see that I cover them because some of you may find them either sensitive or disturbing or maybe inappropriate. And let me just say that these are the World War II markings of the Finnish Air Force. The other thing is that this model kit was made in 1994 in Czech Republic, and it was molded in Russia. Now let me open the box so we can see what's inside. Just a moment. Oh, sorry about that. Just a moment. We have the parts here, and we have the instructions here, as you can see. And there are no decals here, but I'm not worried about that since I'll be using these decals, as you can see. Someone has already glued the wings, since, believe it or not, I have noticed that when I open the box, so I can check if there are all parts here. And that's what is most important to me, to see all parts here. Now, here is a little history about Bristol bomber that was in Yugoslavian Air Force. The production of Bristol bomber was started in 1937 when Yugoslavia purchased a license for this plane. The total production of these planes by the outbreak of World War II in Yugoslavia was 41. The action they saw when the Yugoslavian pilots decided to do the revenge bombing, since Germany bombed Belgrade on April 6, 1941. The revenge attack or revenge bombing was done when Yugoslavian pilots decided to bomb Graz and Vienna. These two mentioned cities were bombed in 1941, and they were the first ones who bombed these cities, so they can delay the enemy advances. They did give a significant effort in trying to slow the enemy. Now you can notice here that besides the Bristol bomber, there is also the Dornier and Savoia Makete decals. These two planes, they also did give a significant and crucial role in defending Yugoslavia at the outbreak of World War II. Also, you can see that these planes, they have escaped to Hungary, since they did join with the Allies, and also some of them went to Soviet Union, and some of them even went to UK, or perhaps to Egypt, and others maybe they either surrendered or perhaps they joined the resistance. And this was a little history of Bristol bomber in Yugoslavia and also in service in Yugoslavian Air Force. Now let me do the assembly of model kit. Here is the day one of the build. Here is what I have done for the day 1 of the build. I have painted the interior of the plane, as you can see. Also, I have painted the figures, I have painted the turret, I have painted the propellers, and then I have painted the landing gears, as you can see, and also here. Also, I have painted the lower canopy, as you can see, since I meant on this lower canopy. Correct me if I made a mistake in pronouncing that. The difficulties that I have encountered during this day of build, I had difficulties with the propeller, since this thing didn't very well. I mean, during the gluing didn't fit very well, so I have put it like this so it can dry very well. Then I had problems with the rear gun, or should I better say I had problems with the turret, to be precise. The problems was with that this gun machine didn't enter very well in the turret, but I have managed somehow to solve that kind of problem. All in all, the model kit is on a halfway to be assembled, or should I better say, the 50% of model kit is assembled, and that's for the day 1 of the build. Here is the day 2 of the build. Here is what I have done for the day 2 of the build. I have assembled almost whole model kit, and I have painted the exhausts on propellers, as you can see. The difficulties that I had were these. I had problems that the interior fell off, then figures that were glued here fell off, then machine gun on turret fell off, and I had difficulty of this landing gear since it also fell off somehow, but I have managed to solve these issues or problems, call them whatever you want to call them. The remaining things that I have to be done are these. I have to glue remaining things. I have to glue the speed indicator, canopy, and radio antenna. Then I have to paint whole model kit, to put the decals, and to do panel lines. Since the canopy isn't glued, but it matters that it can be easily moved and also be removed, just at least for this day. All in all, as you can see, the whole model kit is assembled like I have mentioned, and that's for the day 2 of the build. Here is the day 3 of the build. Here is what I have done for the day 3 of the build. I have painted whole model kit. Also, I have painted parts such as canopies, this upper and lower canopy I mean. Then I have painted the propellers. I have painted the antenna and speed indicator. The difficulty that I had was with the landing gear, this landing gear, and I had it in the previous day also, that kind of problem. But I have managed to solve that problem. The remaining things that I have to do are these: to do remaining painting if it's necessary, to glue for things such as antenna, canopy, propellers, which I have forgotten to mention in the previous day, and to glue the speed indicator. Besides these two things, I also have to put the decals and to do the panel lines. And that's for the day 3 of the build. Here is the day 4 of the build. Here is what I have done for the day 4 of the build. I have assembled and I have painted whole model kit, or more precise, I did needed detailing, as you can see. For this day I was quite lucky, since I didn't have any difficulties at all. The remaining things that I have to do are these: to put the decals, to do panel lines, and if it's necessary, to do some minor painting. All in all, the model kit is almost finished, and that's for the day 4 of the build. Here is the day 5 or day 6 of the build. This will be the final day, and you're probably wondering why. It's because of one thing, and that is that I have finished the assembly of model kit, and also I did other things as well, and those are these: I did the minor painting which was necessary, then I did panel lines, I did put the decals, and also I have put the wire for radio, as you can see, and also you can see the results. Let me just say that I have never assembled before any Cooperativa kits until now. The experience was interesting, I might say. I also noticed that in instructions couple of parts aren't shown as an access part, and I'll show you just a moment. I meant on these two access parts, they aren't shown as an access part. Why? Because in instructions they aren't shown to be inside of the model kit, or they aren't shown opened bay doors on this lower part of an airplane. But for some reason these figures are shown as an access part. I don't know why they are shown as an access part, since they were put very well in the pilot seat, then in the navigator, and also in this back turret. I could be wrong, but who am I to judge that? And I would like to ask you this thing: how many of you have assembled the Cooperativa model kits, and what's your experience with the Cooperativa model kits? Let me just say that the model kit won't win any prizes at the competitions, but I felt some joy doing this model kit, or doing this twin engine airplane to be precise. Important thing is that you enjoy in hobby or hobbies that you love. Also, let me just show you the written things on the tail, which is written here. It says here in Cyrillic "Neguraj ovde," which means don't push here. Then on the other side, probably much better, you'll see written here this thing, also written "Neguraj ovde," which means, like I said, don't push here. I can say that I love how this model kit turned out to be good, since that I'm happy with the results of this work, to be precise. What else can I say? I can say this. Hvala vam što ste pogledali video, which means thank you for watching the video. If you like what am I doing, you can subscribe to my channel if you are new or if you haven't done that. Until then, or until the next time, I can say this. Bye for now.